them, yeah. Running with country bands. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah. Running with country bands. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Bitcoin Chris checking in yet again. I'm using this new anamorphic lens, so hopefully the lens is cool. If not, I'll go back to the regular lens at a later time. I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. Again, it's Bitcoin Chris checking in yet again. Make sure you guys are stacking up your satoshis, stacking up your Bitcoin. You're chilling. You're not worried about the price in U.S. dollar because U.S. dollar is the most you know, weirdest thing that you can price Bitcoin in. Bitcoin is doing all the repricing. Okay. So if you guys have not already, make sure you get your Fold app because if you're going to be, spending money and paying bills anyway, you might as well get Bitcoin back for that. So Fold app, that link will be down in the description if you're watching on YouTube. If you are not watching on YouTube, make sure you head over to YouTube, hit that like, share, subscribe for me. And of course, today we're going to go over the Bitcoin price, and we're going to go over where I think Bitcoin's going. And then we're going to talk about business credit because a lot of people need to, take advantage of the opportunities at hand. So, with that being said, let's jump into the Bitcoin price, the Bitcoin prices. And I'll give you guys some game on, some trades that I've been doing. So here we are. We're going to jump over to the 4 hour. Actually, we're going to start at the daily. Actually, we'll start at the weekly. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So we're looking at make sure you guys am I even able to be seen? How come I'm not viewing it? There I am. Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, let's jump into the weekly. Let's go ahead and do this. We're going to clear out all these indicators and all that good stuff. All right, excellent. So right now we're looking at the weekly chart, weekly time frame. This week we have a red candle so far, or in this case, it's a black candle for the Bitcoin price. So we're looking at Bitcoin right now. We could come back down and test the $55,000 range. That would be my DCA area of choice. 55 to $54,000 Bitcoin. We could even come down to 53. We shall see. Again, if we break that, then we could come back down to 49,000, which I don't think we will come down that far, but we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. We're going to be looking at Market Cipher real quick to see what's going on. Market Cipher is telling us that we have a green dot. However, let's see. We have a green dot here, but this was a week ago. So green dot means we could possibly head back up. But again, we're looking like we could dip first. Obviously, it's looking like we can dip first before we head higher. So the weekly is just looking very bull flaggish. But we shall see how this goes. We shall see how this goes. Let's jump down to the daily charts. All right, so looking at the daily level, we do have that red dot here on the Market Cipher indicator. If you guys are interested in trading, I recommend that you just chill. But if you are going to trade, you might as well use, indicators to help you guys make money, right? So you can even, there's so many different strategies that you can do to trade. You could do, trend line strategy. You can do support and resistance strategy. You can use, again, Market Cipher. And there's just so many things that you can do to make some money. But just, do what's best for you because what works for somebody else might not work for you. But as you can see, I've been drawing these trend lines. And as you can see, every time we hit these spots, we reject. Here's a new trend line we hit here. We rejected. So hopefully we can come back up here, bounce, maybe come back down, hit a 56K again, and then head higher. But we shall see. We shall see. But we do have this red dot here on the daily. I usually don't have the RSI and stochastic RSI on my market cipher, but I have them on, but I'll turn them off. So as you can see here, we have that red dot. So this could possibly come up. And then if we, so as you can see here, we have red dot, then we got higher, green dot, red dot, and then we dip. So this could happen again where we come up a little higher or even up here, retest, and then head lower. So actually in the other video, I actually said that, I think that we could come down. So we're gonna see where this plays out. But right now we are looking like we are coming down. I have an alert set at 56,000 already, and then I'll set another one at 54,000, 54.5. All right, and so that way we know what's going on, and then I'll put another alert here just in case we come all the way back down to 49,000. All right, so that's that on the daily. Let's jump to the 4 hour time frame. We do have a green dot, so that's good on this 4 hour time frame. However, keep in mind that this always, you know, this always does something along the lines of, yes, we can pump up a little bit, but that means the price would go here and then lower and then head higher. So we shall see if that plays out. We shall see if that plays out. If not, you know, either way, Bitcoin's on sale. So Bitcoin's on sale. You should be ecstatic. You should be happy. You should be thankful that you have the opportunity to stack more Bitcoin at a discount. So that's the 4 hour time frame. I'm going to set an alert above here just in case we start the pump, and then I would hop into a trade if that was the case. And then let me just put one here just in case as well. So my alerts are set here again at 60,000. And then another alert if we break down past that wick that we have here on the 4 hour time frame. I like the 3 hour and the 2 hour. So both looking a little bullish here, even though, but as you can see here, what I always tell you guys is that when we lose money flow and we cross into the black, as you guys can see here, as soon as we went into the black, we went down, 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 down. And as you can see, money flow is thick in the black, aka red. So we have to keep our eye on this because even though we may come up because money flow is leaving, the momentum is going to shift towards the downside because this money leaving the asset. So even here, look at this red dot. You can look at this red dot here. Boom, you would have went short here if you trade, that is. 8%, 8 times 20x, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 160, 160% as an option. You could have been up. So, these are just opportunities for you to make fiat to buy Bitcoin. So whether you long or short is up to you. I wouldn't be shorting Bitcoin at all, but some people do that to make money. And if you can do it to make money, then good for you. Looking at the 1 hour, see this thick money flow here again. As soon as we went into the red, aka black here, just been down, 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 and it's just getting thicker and thicker and thicker. So we're waiting to see this move up, the money flow start to move up. So once we do, then we could, start to get in longs. But momentum is headed up. But usually when this happens, guys, you would want to wait for a red dot up here when this money flows in the red, aka black, and then you would short. So get your money how you get your money. I'm not here to judge. Let's look at the DXY. That is the 1 hour time frame. Again, I already have my alerts set from the higher time frames. It looks like another trend line here. Boom, boom, boom. We can do one here. I don't like drawing too many trend lines, but you can. All right, cool. Looking at the DXY, came right down as I shared a while ago that we were coming down into this section. Let's jump to the daily because it's looking crazy. All right, so every time we come down to these areas here, we tend to bounce, bounce. Hopefully we don't. I mean, based on patterns, right? Just we came down, bounce, 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 came down. What do you guys think is going to happen? Hopefully we bounce. If not, that's fine. But we're looking here at the green dot. Not good for assets. Not good for assets at all. 4 hour green. Look at the weekly. Weekly looks like it's coming down. However, we do have this momentum headed up here. So we're going to see how this plays out. But as you can see here, we have strong momentum to the downside on the weekly on the DXY. So last week was very bearish for the DXY. This week we're starting to come up. Maybe we come up. Maybe we come up to here and then retest and then come down. We're gonna have to watch this closely and see what's happening. 2 hour looks like we could start to roll over in 1 hour. Red dot. All right, so we're gonna keep an eye on this. What I'll do is I'll put another alert underneath this low here and this low here. All right, so that's the DXY, that's Bitcoin, and that's it for today's TA analysis. Usually I do right now I'm doing GBP CHF. Right now I'm looking at this trade here. Looking for this to come up to here. And then head down. I have to watch this because this is curving up. It's just headed down momentum. This is the 2 hour. Look at the 4 hour. 1 hour. Green dot. So as you can see here, like I said, headed up, maybe, and then come back down. We're going to watch that. So if you're interested in trading or if you trade any other markets or instruments, you know, keep an eye out for this pair. All right, so that's that. Now we're going to jump into some tweets. Jump into some tweets real quick, jump into Coin Glass real quick, and then we'll jump into business credit because you guys need to understand that you need to utilize business credit because business credit is where it's at, guys. You know, I'm going to read this tweet here and, you know, I'll probably go off on a tangent, but I'm trying not to. I'm trying to stick to, you know, the message real quick, but I have to. This has to be drilled into your heads, guys. People don't have the patience to spend a year or two boosting their credit, fixing their credit, or even starting a business side hustle, right? Which can make you a side hustle that can make you extra money, and you can take that money and income that you're using to start that business, subtract it from your W2 income, and then have less money that you pay to Uncle Sam at the end of the year. People won't even do that. Even if you don't make money, even if you don't know what to do, you need to have an LLC and do a side business because once you do that, you will be able to deduct your cost of your YouTube channel. Let's just say you're starting a YouTube channel and you're going to test out food, or you're going to be, a photographer or a videographer, a blogger. I don't know, whatever, right? Whatever it is that you want to do, just start that LLC, even if you don't know what to do. And then whatever you're going to purchase to start that business, it's a tax write-off. Your camera, your lights, your laptop, your food. If you're doing food and if you're doing food reviews, anytime you go out to eat, that food review, that's a write-off, right? So, your uniform, aka your clothes, that's a write-off, right? So you can do things like that to offset your 9 to 5 income. Nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5, but for you to sit here and say that you're not going to boost your credit because you don't care about credit, even though we live in a credit-based society, a debt-based society, you're not utilizing it. As Bitcoiners, we're very stubborn to, the system and very reluctant to use the system to our advantage, but you need to use it to your advantage. We don't like it, but we got to use it, right? So 2 years is going to pass by anyway, right? A year is going to pass by anyway, right? So in a year, why not fix your credit so you're in a position, a much better position than you are in now? Why not do that if the time is going to pass anyway, right? But you'll work 40 years at a 9 to 5 to get a 10. I heard somebody say this the other day, and I was like, yo, this is crazy. People get 25-cent raises and think that's good, right? People think that a 25-cent raise is good, right? If you are working your job, you guys have to, we have to look at each other. I have to look at you guys. If you are working a job and you're busting your ass, right? Because you know you don't want to get fired, and you know you're doing the best that you can do, and they're giving you a 25 cent to 50 cents to a dollar raise, and you think that's okay, I don't know. That's not okay with me. But if that's okay with you, good for you. For me, that's not gonna cut it. Some people are okay with that, but I'm not. But you will work. You will work. One moment, guys.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Running with country bass, country bass. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
All right, thanks for your patience. So if you're thinking that that's okay, if that's okay with you, then that's okay with you. But that's not okay with me. So let's read the tweet again. People don't have the patience to spend a year or two boosting their credit score, or you know, grinding, hustling to build a business until they make money, but will totally be okay with clocking in for a 9 to 5 for 40 years to get a retirement check at 62, if they're lucky, or at 67. They're going to keep raising that retirement age, forcing you to work longer. Inflation is going to continue to run rampant, and making you work longer to buy the same things that you could buy 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. That's much cheaper then, and it's more expensive now due to inflation. So these are the things that we have to keep in mind, especially when we want to do better, right? So if you know better and you don't do better, then that's really on you, right? And we can all be lazy, we can all procrastinate, we can all hear about these things, but to actually do these things, it's a different thing, and it's a mindset shift. And if you're anything like me, and if you're a Bitcoiner, then you should already be in a different mind state and mindset as far as the money goes and how to use the money, and the right things, right tools and strategies and products that the banks offer that will help you in your life, right? But again, we don't understand these things for some reason, or we just don't want to move on these things for some reason. So here we are, and we're going to go over the next tweet. So that's a tweet. If you guys want to, again, fixing your credit, you guys need to do that because credit is everything nowadays. You need credit to buy a house. You need credit to buy a car. You need credit to get a loan. You need credit to get credit cards. You need credit to, do pretty much anything if you're an adult. And if you have children, you need to teach your kids about credit and not tell them that credit is bad. You're bad for teaching your kids that credit is bad. There's good debt and there's bad debt. Okay, you just need to make sure that you're on the right side of the equation. So that's that. Oh, speaking of that, another reason why you can fix your credit and you should fix your credit is because business credit, of course. And I guess I'll just jump into that now before we jump into CoinGlass. I'll do CoinGlass last. All right. So as you guys can see here, $50,000 from one bank. Mr. Credit Yourself. If this doesn't motivate you to fix your credit, then I don't know what to tell you. This is a business credit card, $50,000 from Wells Fargo. Okay. So by you having an LLC, by you fixing your credit, then you're going to be able to get money like this from the bank. Okay. How long is it going to take you to save an extra $50,000? That's a great question, right? Because you have taxes, you have bills, you have, your extracurricular activities, you have stuff that happens. So for you to save an extra 50 grand, this is just at one bank. You know how many banks there are, guys? There's so many different banks. So one bank gave Bobby $50,000. Okay. So you guys don't have to listen to me. I've been saying the same things since 2020. We're now in 2024, right? I've been telling you guys to fix your credit since 2017. We're in 2024. I'm just going to continue to show you guys and to prove to you guys that you should probably consider doing these things to benefit not me, because it doesn't benefit me for you to fix your credit. It's only going to benefit you and your family to fix your credit. So again, how long is it going to take for you to save 50,000? Okay, you know that answer. And instead of you waiting, Lord knows how long to do that, you guys can get it at one bank with a click of a button. So that's that. Shout out to Oliver. Oliver was going over some great things today. He was talking about what we always talk about, right? The same things that Bitcoin has always been talking about, right? Bitcoin has been telling you guys that, the dollar is the worst thing that you could be judging the price of Bitcoin on, even though we use that as a unit of account. You need to be changing your unit of account into Bitcoin. And then when you do so, you will be able to see, I don't know if I can pull up, he pulls up the charts. He pulls up the charts here. So what he's doing is he's looking at, you know, it's basically he's looking at the charts, but he's pretty much looking at this, right? Preston21.com, where you are able to see how much over time you have lost in value if you price things in Bitcoin. We have US dollar, crude oil, gold, S&P 500. If you're judging and your unit of account is the dollar and everything goes up in dollar, then yeah, everything looks like it's going good, right? But we all know what happens when they print more money. We all know it doesn't matter who's getting into the presidential candidate, which is the CEO of the corporation of the United States. It doesn't matter who's in charge. They're going to print money. Everybody's going to print money. Everybody keeps blaming Biden for, inflation, but it was Trump who printed the money during COVID. So it's really, to be honest with you, it doesn't make sense to blame him for that, even though he's the president, under the current administration, or was. Now Kamala is. It doesn't matter who's the president. They're going to print more money anyway, and it's going to dilute your purchasing power. And it doesn't matter who's in office. They're going to do it because they need to do it because we're a debt-based society. Once you understand this and you start arguing about left, you stop arguing about right, you start arguing about Republicans and Democrat, right? You're doing exactly what they want you to do. And I'm not saying that, there's not right and wrong on both sides. There are, of course, but you have to look at the bigger picture in the grand scheme of things and try to understand and realize that the money is the source of the problem. And until you fix the money, you're just going to continue to have more problems because the money is the reason why you get up and go to work every day. The money is the reason why, a lot of people are struggling right now. And the money is just losing power and losing value over time. For an example, over the last 5 years, we have here US dollars down 80% in terms of Bitcoin. Now you also have the S&P 500 down 63% in terms of Bitcoin. You got gold down 90% in the last 5 years in terms of Bitcoin. If we go look at housing, if you're pricing your housing in Bitcoin, then you have 5 years down 84%. The cost of a new house is down 84% when Bitcoin is your unit of account. This is something that we need to always remember and always look at instead of complaining and getting upset when the Bitcoin price goes down in US dollar. Okay. Again, that's another opportunity for you to accumulate Bitcoin at a discount. We got palladium in the last 5 years down 96%. We got gold. We already talked about that. We got silver down 91%. We got platinum down 83%. We have energy going down 90%. We have natural gas down 95%. This is all over the 5 years, guys. So all over 5 years, we got cocoa, cotton, rice, oats, sugar, corn. It doesn't matter what you're looking at. Over a 5 year period, we're only looking at the 5 years. They don't even want to put 10 years on here because if they put the 10 year on here, I'm pretty sure it'll be 99.9% if you did the 10 year on here, and I'm pretty sure maybe they should add that. I think they should add the 10 year on here. Okay, but this is pretty much what Oliver was speaking about in his live. Go watch that. I retweeted it, and he basically does satoshis. He does sats. Just making sure I'm there. Okay, cool. He does sats. You know how you do it? I mean, he knows how to. I don't know how to look up sats, but you guys can look it up and you guys can figure it out. But again, just go to Preston Bitcoin 21 to see all that, right? Cool. All right, so let's jump back into the tweets here. Bitcoin could go to 1 million sooner than you think. We already talked about Becky and people on MSM. Let's see. Okay, I am on Nostr, NOSTR, or Doom. The app I'm using is Doomus. Doomus. Follow me on the app Nostr and scan that if you haven't already. Shorted crude oil. I thought this was crazy. Breaking news: the California State Senate just passed a bill providing undocumented immigrants with up to 150,000 in state-supported home loans. So we got homeless people all over the place. We got veterans that are homeless all over the place. Yet, undocumented immigrants can come through to California and get that one up to 150. Crazy. I mean, all houses just went up 150. If that's the case, inflation for you at its best. This was 22 hours ago. Showed you guys the trend line. Showed you guys the red dot here, and we were at 59,000. Right now we're at 58. So it looks like we're coming up a little bit. This is back in 2023 in April. How you can access and buy Bitcoin through the banks. Most people don't know what's coming, but that's okay. We have a testimony here. We have Bitcoin versus gold. We have the law that says the borrowers are the banks, and yet how come we're being told that we're the borrowers when it says here the powers and duties of the banks is to borrow money, issuing bonds, and general powers? Something for you guys to look up and read. Joe Rogan had Andreas on his podcast a while ago, so I think it's great if you guys go watch that because a lot of that information is still relevant here today. All right, looking through the tweets. All right, let's jump into coin glass liquidation. Oh, if you guys do want to get help with your credit, just go to this site here. I actually shared it in this tweet. But all you do is fill out your information, guys, and then we can go ahead and help you guys out. And we'll get you started, get you enrolled. And then if you want business credit or want to start to get business credit, here's the link for that. I'll share that in the tweet. All right, let's jump into the liquidations real quick. You guys know I do a 30-day outlook. Longs to be clapped at 51,000, 7,000, 9,000 below. We have 2.86 billion shorts at 68, 10,000 above, 2.1 at 51. I think I stated in a previous. Oh, that's just Binance. Wrong one. 51,300. We have 6 billion. And then we have 8 billion at 71. All right, 6 billion at shorts and longs, and 8 billion at shorts. So we'll see how that plays out. Let's look at Bitcoin on exchanges, and that should be it for today's video. We'll look at exchanges and inflow and outflow. Oh, good. Look at that. Looks like we hit a new low. Pay attention, guys. Pay attention. All right, we're looking at outflows and inflows. We had a lot of inflows. We had a lot of outflows here. All right. Make sure you guys get your fold card, because if you're going to, like I said, buy Bitcoin, or if you want to stack your Satoshis, let me get on my app and spin. Get your free spin a day. Make sure you get on there and spin each and every single day. Head over to bitcoin.fiatdad.com, pre-order the new book. Also, you can get our Bitcoin hoodies. It's about to be winter time, so make sure you get your merch. These are the big B's. Make sure you order yours today. And again, make sure you head over to swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris. Get $10 free Bitcoin, stack your Bitcoin, and chill. Automatic withdrawals at no cost. I think it's free. Yep, no fees on your first 10,000. And Shout out to Swan. So make sure you guys sign up for Swan if you have not yet. Get your $10 free, and start purchasing, start DCAing your Bitcoin, guys. All right. With that being said, we went over business credit. We went over personal credit, business credit. Make sure you guys are, fixing your credit if you can. Whether you use ChatGPT, whether you use our services, whether you use someone else, it doesn't matter who you use. Just make sure you take advantage of the opportunity to fix your credit. Make sure you guys get Fold, Swan, check that out. Bitcoin Nephew had that pre-order the new book on the way. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe for me. And also, if you guys are trading, just be careful. Don't overtrade, don't over leverage. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. The new anamorphic lens, I like it. I feel like it's a lot more crispier. I don't know. It's more cinematic. I like it. I like it a lot. And make sure you guys send me a DM if you need help with your personal credit, business credit, or sign up on the website. Make sure you guys stack your Bitcoin and chill. We went over Bitcoin, priced in Bitcoin, or priced in BTC21.com. We went over CoinGlass. We went over business credit. We went over personal credit. Went over some tweets per usual, and we went over the price of Bitcoin and where we can expect, price to move towards. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bitcoin Chris checking out. See you guys in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.